sing the hook on this one. Young Jay. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, a victim of pure imagination. It's so sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes.
What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. You see what I'm saying? Got to start the song off right, start the show off right with my brother. You see what I'm saying? RP to my brother, but it's all positive vibes today. You're trying to get some cash. The sun is out, man. It's bright and sunny, guys. Coming off a nice day, but y'all know how we rock. It doesn't matter about what happened the day before. It's all about today, trying to get some cash. We have my brother, LJ, from H-Town with us today. L Jizzle, what's up, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Everything good with me, J Money. Had a decent night last night. Cashed on the Lakers plus the 2.5, I believe. So that was good money. Kind of laid it light though because I knew today was going to be a great card. So I'm ready to attack it. Let's get some money.
Yeah, let's get some money, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, my guys. I know everybody here trying to get some cash. Now, that's how it is, LJ. Whatever you done for me lately. See, we getting high. Everybody want to come watch the show now. But I want to say shout out to all the real ones, man, because it wasn't always this good. So all the ones that's been here through the good, through the bad, shout out to y'all, man. What's up, Rob? What's up, Matt? I appreciate you guys for joining the channel as a member. Everybody in the chat, man, in all honesty, appreciate you for watching the show. If you're here trying to cash, then I appreciate you. But it's all business here on the show. We got plenty of games. So let's get straight to it here, LJ. First game up. Let's go to the streets of LA here. We got the Clippers laying 5 points at the house versus the Knicks in this one. Over and under sitting at 227 in this one. I must say, man, obviously this is an early start type of game, 4 p.m. Eastern start as well. So this is a really early start. This is the first game of a back-to-back. The Knicks do play the Lakers tomorrow in this one. They're coming off 2 straight losses. And for whatever reason, LJ, the Knicks really like to play in this arena, in Crypto.com/Staples Arena, man. 10-4 ATS last 14 meetings in LA, guys. I don't know what and when they play the Lakers, they play well as well. So what do you think in this one, LJ? Do you think that 5 points is too many for the Clippers in this one, or you got some looks in the total of this one, my brother?
No, I do believe that 5 points is too much, considering the Knicks are 9-2 ATS in their last 11 games. So they've been playing well, man. They're 22-11 ATS as a road team overall, 15-9 ATS as a road dog. So all the numbers line up for the Knicks to cover this spread in LA. And I don't know how well it votes for the Clippers having this early start. You know, they're usually at night. This is an early daytime game. So I don't know how that falls with them having that early ticker. But as far as the Clippers, man, they're 9-2 last 12 or 9-2 last 11 first quarter to the under at home versus the Eastern Conference. So I believe I'm going to step on that one, get in and get out, because the Clippers only put up maybe like 22, 21 points in the first quarter. And even if the Knicks cover that, I don't believe it'll get over that 58.5 because the Clippers are under team. You know, they're 18-4 straight up the last 22 at home versus the Knicks. But I believe the Knicks will keep it close, possibly win the game. I may get to the window with the money line and plus, but let's just stick to the first quarter under, because I do believe both teams will be filling each other out early, and it'll be a lot of missed shots considering the defense that the Clippers and the Knicks play.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. Yeah, you make some great points in that one. We know that Brunson is not playing in this one, guys. So Brunson will not be in there. So the Knicks aren't at full strength. And I must say, this is my thing with the Knicks, guys. They really cluster wins and losses. That's my only problem with them. When they're winning, they're hot. They get on a streak. But when they're losing, they go on a little losing streak, right? So can they match up with the Clippers? You damn right they can, guys. But this is a tough game for me. Like I say, this is the front end of a back-to-back for the Knicks. They've come over here to this West Coast and somewhat, but they did play well. Like Brunson started their game, and it's crazy because they kind of got so used to playing without Brunson that messed them up. Ever since he went out, that's when they made their run versus the Kings, guys. So it may be good that Brunson is out for them. You make some good looks, good points there with that first quarter under. I want to ride with you. I do think that's a good look as well. If I'm betting aside in the first quarter, it probably have to be the Clippers. They do somewhat start out slow sometimes, but they do have the advantage from them being having 2 games at the house already and having 2 days off as well. So they do have the Warriors on deck, a little possible little look ahead for the Clippers, but that's it. They'll have 3 days off before that as well, man. So plenty of time to rest. This is a tough game. It's not something that I bet, but I couldn't talk you off looking at the Clippers in the first quarter, or that I think the under in the first quarter, LJ, is probably the better look in this game. So Nothing official for me, but my guy El Jizzle is riding with the under 58.5 Knicks Clippers, and I do expect some defense to come in this first quarter as well. Like I say, sometimes Clippers can start out slow shooting the ball. They don't always drive to the paint. They kind of get better as the game goes on. So I feel like that's a really sharp look by you, LJ. We know the Knicks play some really good defense as well. Without Brunson, the pace isn't as fast. The first quarter under 58.5 should be a really good look, my brother. Let's go over here to the next game. Let's go over here to the streets of Charlotte here, LJ. We got the Hornets getting 2.5 points at the house versus the Utah Jazz in this one. And personally, I can't bet this game for the simple fact that I don't know who wants to win it. We know that and it's kind of crazy because the Hornets, obviously with Jordan as the owner over there, I'm not necessarily sure he's going to let them fully tank. And that's why you see them like going these little win streak. They had won 5 straight, lost 3 straight. Now, since they have won 2 straight, but then you see Teddy Rozier pop up as game time decision. That's the tanking type stuff that you look for, guys. The Jazz, this is their 5th straight road game, right? So, in theory, I'd like to take the Hornets in their first quarter, but they're coming back off a little 3-game road trip as well. And this LJ, do you like anything in this game, my brother?
Nah, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. Too many moving parts. I don't know if the Jazz want to win. They're 4-6 in their last 10, 12, and 22 on the road, so they don't have a good road record anyway. And far as the Hornets, I just been fading them since LaMelo's been out of that lineup. I don't see any value that we could get besides a prop with Oubre, because he's averaging 25 since LaMelo's went out of that lineup. So the only thing that I can look at side or any type of trend that I have a good feeling on between these two teams, I couldn't find one. The Hornets are 7-3 in their last 10. They have been winning, but without LaMelo, man, I just don't feel I can bet on this team. And the Jazz, I never want to bet on the Jazz, J Money. So this is an easy pass for me, my guy.
Now, that's a fact right there. Like I say, personally, I'd like to hop on the Hornets here to get some revenge in this one, guys. I don't think it's like I say, the Jazz know they're not making the playoffs as well. Obviously, I mean, if they play when they're playing Marketing and their Kessler, and we got to see it. So it's 2 big injuries in this one. Jordan Clarkson on the Jazz, and then he's game time decision, and then Teddy Rozier. Nothing even happened with Terry Rozier popping up on the injury report. So him game time decision. If he doesn't play, they're saying calf. If he doesn't play, that shows me that the Hornets are trying to tank this one. Mark Williams as well, their starting center who's been going off. He's questionable. He actually does have an actual injury with a thumb. So this is a game where, in my opinion, you wait to see if plays. If Rozier and Mark Williams play, I'll be honest, I do lean to the Hornets in this game. They have revenge. The home team has won the last 4 games in this matchup and 4 out of the last 5. You look at the Jazz, they did smack up the Hornets 120-102 January 23rd, right? The Jazz were laying 8.5 points in that one. This line craters all the way down to them laying 3. Then it's coming down to 2.5 as well. I do somewhat have a feeling that the Hornets come to play in this one and that the Jazz will finally fizzle out on the road. 5th straight road game as well, guys. Like I said, playing away from the house. So I know that I'm not betting the Jazz. I know for sure. Paul says Rozier is in. If you get Rozier and Mark Williams in there, I must say I could only look towards the Hornets in this game. They do seem like they're a little bit less trying to tank, if that makes sense. It seems like, especially when you have Jordan as the owner, I don't think he's really going to let them tank like that, man. So could be an under spot as well. Both teams have been playing some good defense, guys. I must say, LJ, did you have any numbers on that under? Because we know the Jazz, they can play some good defense. The offense isn't the greatest. They have guys like Chris Dunn coming off the bench. He's a good defender as well. He's playing for playing time. But the Hornets, like you said, with Oubre over there, Gordon Hayward is the best defender, but Oubre over there, Mark Williams, they've been playing some defense over there. I feel like 231 might be too much in there. Any quick thoughts on the under in that one, my brother?
Nah, it may be quite high because LaMelo's usually pushing the pace and it makes that total go over. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at an under. I just can't play it for my sake.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I don't have much interest in this game. I'll be honest, guys, it's a tough card, man. I got a couple of plays on the last game, and I'll let y'all know. But we might find something else. We might find something else. So I do like that first quarter under Knicks Clippers. I'll tell you right now. I think I got to ride with my brother El Jizzle on that one. Let's go over here to the streets of Orlando here, guys. We got the Magic getting 2.5 points at the house versus the Heat. Heat coming off a couple of huge games, right? Versus the so Man, he coming off 6 straight road games. My system would tell me to take the Magic in the first quarter here, guys. Obviously, the Magic have dropped 3 in a row. They really had a chance to go for the play-in tournament, but now not so much. And then when you're losing games like that versus the Utah Jazz, that kind of tells me it's like, damn, are the Magic starting to go the other way? So sometimes the bottom tier teams, you kind of have to stay away from them. Towards the end of the year, the Magic, all 3 of those home games, they have lost, right? So we know that they got a beef with the Heat. Those are their arch rivals over there. The last game went to overtime as well, February 11, 2023, 103 to 107. The Heat had to get that one done in overtime. The Magic did come out and have a 10-point lead in that first quarter, though. I do expect somewhat of a letdown for the Heat here, coming off those big games versus the Hawks and the Cavaliers, where they went 3-1. Obviously, they need to win every game. The Heat should get it done full game here, LJ, but I feel like to start this game, the Magic have the advantage in this one for sure, especially with having that day off as well. LJ, what you think happens in this game?
Yeah, I could see the Magic having an advantage too with the tired legs, the Heat coming off back-to-back last night, and that was a tough game versus Cleveland. They had to really win that game, so
Facts.
We don't know how motivated they're going to be early and often in this game. But as far as the Magic, man, I was taking them in the first half, man. They're 11-5 straight up in their last 16 in the first half. But at the same time, they're 9-6 ATS. You get what I'm saying? So if I do take the Magic, Chris is on it. I would be on the first quarter. Just to get in and get out, considering Miami may have some tired legs and the Magic could catch them vulnerable coming out the gate. But for me to put my money on it, I can't get to that window, man. The Heat, 6-14 ATS in the last 20 in the first half. They're 6-12 on the road versus the East. So, Magic 7-12 at home versus the East. So it's just too much red for me. J Money too.
You know what?
Some money on this game. What we got?
If Kyle Lowry starts this game, I will be taking Magic in the first quarter. That's all we need. He did take the road trip. He's game time decision. We need them to throw Lowry in here in the first quarter, in the starting lineup. That's what we need. It's the same thing with Russell yesterday in LA, but this time on the road with a back-to-back. Lowry's old. He's going to be rusty. He's going to throw off the rotations as well. And he's going to slow up their pace as well. They've gotten used to playing with a certain starting 5. I like that first quarter look there, Chris. And like I said, I already broke it down to you. If I'm betting this game, I think that's the top look for the Magic early in this one. And even though it's crazy because even though the Heat in theory could run out of gas late, because them being on the back-to-back, it's still, we've seen what the Magic doing. They're come out somewhat hot, and then over the course of the game, they have a lot of young guys on the team, guys, and they really kind of, for whatever reason, they don't know how to close the game and know it, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Magic got it done in the first quarter, and then the Heat got it done in the full game. If I'm betting this game, it's Magic in the first quarter on the money line or spread. I always say if you're getting points, I don't care if they're giving me plus a half, I'm gonna take it. You see what I'm saying? So I do like that look, Chris. I'll probably ride with you. I want to see Lowry get ruled in because they're going to start him. That's going to be horrible for the Heat, at least to start this game. Magic, this is part of my system. Magic, 4th straight home game, right? 4th straight home game. That means you're in the same gym, shooting on the same goals in front of your fans, sleeping in your own bed. Heat, after 6 straight games at the house, you're due to fade in that first quarter, guys. They saying Lowry's out or what, man? I don't care. I like the Magic in the first quarter. I hadn't bet it yet, though, guys. So I'll be perfectly honest with you. I do like this spot from my guy Chris, but I hadn't bet it yet. Let's go over here to the streets of Detroit here, LJ. We got the Pistons getting 5.5 points at the house versus the Pacers. Pacers probably going to rest a couple guys because they know they can get it done here even without them here. So Halliburton and Miles Turner are on the injury report, guys, just letting people know. But even bigger, Jaden Ivey is out for the Pistons. So Bogdanovich, he's questionable. Alec Burks questionable. Like we don't even know who the hell is playing in this one yet. I know I'm not going anywhere near the Pistons. I know that for a fact. This team has won. They've lost 10 straight games, probably more than that. I'm just looking at last 10. Pistons don't want to win games right now. I think it's very evident. I'm not going anywhere near them. It probably could be a case where you just fade the Pistons every single game, and you're going to make money, to be honest with you guys. Also, they are 5-5 against the spread the last 5, but still, like I said, lost 10 straight. Don't want to win games. So if you see them get a lead, live bet the other team, guys. What do you think it happens in this game, LJ?
Usually, Jay, when we fade the Pacers, we usually fade them in the first quarter. But this is a reverse situation today, my friend. We're going to fade the Detroit Pistons in the first quarter versus the Pacers. The Pacers are 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games in the first quarter, averaging 35 points, Jay, in their last 3 games. So the Pacers have been coming out the gate blasting these teams for some reason. I seen it the other day versus the Rockets. I seen it. You go, Pacers play well, but you say they're starting sitting some players, but I really don't think it's gonna matter, bro, because Detroit. First of all, Jay, they're 0-11 versus the division. They haven't won a game versus this division. 6-34 versus the East. 3-16-1 straight up in their last 20 games in the first quarter. 7-23 ATS, last 30 in the first quarter. So that's just telling me take the Pacers first quarter. Don't even think about it. The Detroit is only averaging 22 points in the first quarter their last 3 games. So that's a big discrepancy from 35 to 22. Enough left to be said, Jay. Pacers,
that's a fact.
First quarter. And I wouldn't be mad first half and full game. If y'all want to chuck it out there, do it. But I'm telling you right now, get your money early. Pacers first quarter. They are going to run Detroit off the court, especially without Ivy. If Ivy's not in the lineup, they definitely running him off the court. So that's my play. Pacers first quarter.
Yeah, they land. There's a 1.5 out there, but it's mainly -2 in the first quarter. And that's just so crazy that we find a team that's even worse than the Pacers in the first quarter. I've been watching the Pistons. The Pistons' whole thing is to kind of make sure that they get down by a nice little lead in the first quarter, first half. They make sure that they get down that way that they can actually kind of start to play and work on some things. It's the craziest thing ever. That's how teams tank these days. The first quarter, when I'm watching them, they're chunking up a bunch of ill-advised threes. Wait till they get down 10, and then it's like, all right, now we want to play or whatever. Now we'll try to make a comeback in this one. So I couldn't talk you off that one. Like I say, I need to see who's playing in this one. It's not a game I have a ton of interest in, but I know that the Pistons are a clear fade right now. I'm only looking towards fading them. So let's see. So Alec Burks is out, Bogdanovich out, Diallo out, Jaden Ivey out. Man, good. Oh, but you're going to have Killian Hayes and Rodney McGruder. Yeah, I'm with you, LJ. It doesn't matter if Halliburton. This is the whole thing, though. You can wait.
Because they got guards on that team that could give production. I've seen it with the Rockets. Halliburton was on the bench for a minute, and they still was pooping on the Rockets. So I don't see any reason they can't do the same thing with Detroit, man.
That's a fact. You know what? I have changed my name to First Quarter Jay, to be honest with you, man. So I'm going to look into that one. I don't like that Mathurin is out, and that's another reason why I don't want to take him like full game. Mathurin is out, but he plays off the bench as well. So, man, so Halliburton game time decision, TJ McConnell and Miles Turner, man. But like you said, even if they have Nembhard, Chris Duarte, Aaron Nesmith, Buddy Hield, guys like that, they can still get it done versus this weak Pistons team, guys. So I just don't like all the moving parts here. I agree. Pacers first quarter should be a look, but this is a game that I'm sorry, guys. I don't have much interest. But like I say, if you bet in this one, Pacers first quarter, that's what I would look. Obviously, if 2 of those players get ruled out, this line might go down to 4.5. You might be able to catch a 1.5 in that first quarter, guys. So that's what I would look for. If Halliburton's out, this line will move, guys. So Pacers first quarter is the only way we're looking in that one. Let's go over here to the streets of Atlanta here, El Jizzle. We got the Hawks here getting 5 points at the house versus the Celtics in this one, land 5 on the road. And I'll tell you right now, I don't think this is a good spot for the Hawks. They have started to play better with under Quinn Snyder. You got to know, though, they're coming off 2 huge games versus the Washington Wizards where they won both of those. The game last night went down to the wire. I did see DeAndre Hunter get hurt as well. A lot of players got banged up. I saw DeJounte Murray get banged up. DeAndre Hunter kind of sprained his foot. I don't think he's going to play in this one. He also played 35 minutes last night. He is probably one of their better defenders as well, but they can throw in Sadiq Bey. I'll be honest, it's tough to back the Celtics right now because we don't really know what's going on, right? Are they trying to get ready for the playoffs over there? I think we lost LJ for a sec. It's cool. We'll get him back in there. But I want to take the Celtics here in the first quarter. I think this is when they have the advantage. Hawks coming back home off of 4 straight road games, and it's off of back-to-back. So it's a road home back-to-back. See what I'm saying? You're probably getting in late. You got things to take care of, man, when you get to the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I look at the games, guys. So this would be a bad spot. Come on, LJ. He should come back in here. LJ should come back in here, but I'd like to take the Celtics here in the first quarter, guys. I think it's worth the sprinkle. After they had lost 3 straight games, what do? They come back and bounce back versus the Blazers and absolutely smoke them, guys. No real look ahead. They have the Celtics on deck here. as well. The last time they faced the Hawks here in Atlanta as well, they absolutely smoked them. It was 126 to 101. The Hawks had no answers for them, guys. So the Celtics have beaten them 3 straight times, covered 3 straight spreads as well. But like I said, they only played one time this season. That was back on November 16th. Obviously, that's when the Hawks were going through a little bit of a dry spell. But you get this line is all over the Celtics as well. They were laying 1 point in that game. Now it jumps up to 5. That kind of shows you that this is going to be a Celtics type of game. In my opinion, if I want Celtics here, I want them in the first quarter. I think this is a bad spot for the Hawks coming off those tough games. Now you got to face up against the Celtics, who are coming in here pissed off after their recent play, right? So I think the Celtics here in the first quarter minus the 1.5 is the top play in this game. Like I say, Celtics unfortunately are 1-7 ATS in their last 8 games playing on 2 days rest. That just kind of shows me as a jump shooting team that when they're not fully in their rhythm, then they can come out slow, guys. So nothing official for me on this one, but I do think that the Celtics in the first quarter is the top play in this game here, LJ. What do you think happens in this game, my brother?
That was my fault, J Money. Had some difficulties, but hey, as you was talking, I think you went out purposely because I have no interest in this game. I do not bet Celtics games. I don't do it unless it's live and I see the other team coming back and I ready to get some money on beating the Celtics. But far as the game, Jay, I can't bet it, man. But I wouldn't be mad at Boston. This is a bad spot for Atlanta coming off a back to back. Isn't Boston at home? Or it was Atlanta at home?
It's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta.
Okay, Boston's finna start their road trip. They're finna start their road trip. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything on it, man. I don't bet Boston games. I just think they're too inconsistent. They shoot the 3 too much for me to even trust that they're going to have a consistent offense because I don't think they can score unless they're shooting that 3-point shot. So I don't like teams like that. That's a one-trick pony for me. Until I see them that can score in other ways besides depending on that 3, I'm going to fade Boston, man. But as far as Atlanta's been playing good. I like Snyder. He's brought a defensive aspect to that team. But as far as playing the game, I'm out. I can't do it.
Jaylen Brown is from Atlanta, guys. He gonna turn up. Jaylen Brown loves to play in Atlanta. That's one thing I remember. He's from that area. He's gonna want to turn up. This is my whole thing. Celtics with a full squad, and I'm talking about obviously other than Marcus, Robert Williams and that one. But you telling me Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford going up against this defense? Like I say, they're likely gonna be without DeAndre Hunter, guys. He kind of sprained his ankle pretty bad last night, and it's already been on the back-to-back. Played 35 minutes. If they don't have Hunter out there, I like Sadiq Bey, but he's not the defender of DeAndre Hunter over there, guys. So I'll be honest, like I say, if I'm betting this game, it's Celtics in the first quarter, get in and get out. Like I say, full game. I'll be honest, Celtics have the advantage there as well, simply on the rest advantage, guys. So I'm only looking towards the Celtics in this one. It is a tough one, but I think Celtics first quarter and the full game will be my top looks in this one. My guy Chris leaning towards the under. He likes the under 238 in this one. He cannot talk you off in that one. Sail up here to the streets of Memphis here, LJ. You do liking some in this one. We got the Grizzlies laying 5 points at the house versus the Dallas Mavs in this one. And man, I'll be honest with you. So it looks like Kyrie did go through shoot around. That's good. So the line is coming down to 4.5 here. I'll be honest. I think this could be a little bit of a letdown for the Grizzlies in this one. And so no Luka Doncic for the Mavs. But I'll tell you right now, I've watched this Mavs team plenty times. They play better without Luka. I think with just Kyrie in there, they can actually run their pace like they want to because Luka really slows down the pace, in my opinion, guys. So I want to lean Mavs here. Only problem is last time they faced off, the Mavs smoked the Grizz. I'm talking about 137 to 96. I was on that game as well, man. We had Mavs minus 5.5. It was like the third day of the season, though, and Mavs took them boys to Smack City. So the Grizzlies, it is put up a shut-up time for them, but this is it could possibly be a huge letdown game coming off that the huge Warriors win, right? But they have had a day off of rest. They have revenge in this one, LJ. How you looking at this one, my brother?
Only can look Memphis first half, Jay. I mean, I'm not going to step in front of it, especially at the house. 11-4 ATS last 15 first quarter, 10-5 ATS last 15 first half. Not to mention, the Grizzlies are 15-3 straight up versus the West at home in the first half. They have a plus 7.6 point margin at home in the first half, which is number one. So there's no way I'm stepping in front of Memphis. I don't care if they got Jai or not. And like you just mentioned, the revenge spot. Dallas smoked them the last game. So Memphis knows that, and they don't have Luka. So that's 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists missing from your lineup right there. Now, I'm not
Mhm.
saying that the Dallas can't come out and have a good game. And you might be right towards the end of the game. Dallas may come and make it a game and possibly win it and cover. But early, I believe Memphis is going to come out like they usually do at home. First quarter, first half, but I'm going to just get my money in the first half where they have been consistently hitting that number. So first half, -2.5 for me, Memphis, going to the window.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off that, my brother. Like you said, especially back at the house. Well, it's a tough one, man. Obviously, they're gonna have to get back used to playing without Luca, but I have to trust my eyes, man. And whenever I've seen them play without Luca Doncic, the ball really popped. There was no real sticking. They can run their pace because Kyrie wants to push the pace. Luca wants to walk the ball up. So I guess what I'm saying is maybe this translates to an over. We know that the Grizzlies are somewhat of an under team without Ja Morant. It's a really tough game. This is a game that I'll watch, maybe live bet, see when the momentum shifts. Like when the momentum really shifts in this one, you'll know in this one, in my opinion, guys. So, and it's also the Grizzlies head out on the road after this game as well. Guess what? They play the Mavs on deck in this one in Dallas after this one, guys. So maybe I'll root for the Grizzlies to get it done here, full game. That way we can come back with the Mavs in the next one. This is a really tough game, guys. I'll be honest. I'll tell you when I like some, when I love some, Mavs have beaten them the last 4 times. So when you look at that way, Grizzlies do have revenge. It's a really tough game for me, guys. But yes, Luka is out. But I wouldn't just fade the Mavs just on that strength because I do think that they will play better without him. But it could be a little bit of adjustment period, though, I must say. Because the first time they played without Luka, they just got Kyrie. Now they've been playing with both of them. They kind of have to get used to playing without him once again. So I couldn't talk you off the Grizzlies in the first half, looking there and LJ. I still do have a slight lean to the over because I feel like the Mavs will push the pace in this game, guys. They will push.
And you might as well take Kyrie points and assists because he's going to be distributing and scoring. So
that's a fact.
why not just take Kyrie points and assists, man? Call it a day with the Mavs.
That's a good point there. It's a great point, my brother. He's definitely going to be their main ball handler for sure, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Houston here, man. LJ, man, good God. I have no interest in this game, guys. I'm sorry. I try to find cash, but Bulls versus – I don't want to lay 7.5 with the Bulls. I don't want to take 7.5 with the Rockets in this one. We know the Bulls can play some good defense in this one. Oh boy, they coming off that win versus the Nuggets. What do we do with this one, LJ? Do you have a look on this? It's a little choppy right now, LJ. But let's see if we can still hear you.
Can you hear me?
What you like? Yeah, I can hear you. What you like? Rockets, Bulls, my brother.
I like the Bulls, sir, and I will be live at this game tonight, watching the Bulls smack up the Rockets because Bulls ATS first half is 9-2 ATS first half, last 11 road games, bro. They even covered the spread versus Denver that last game, even though they lost it straight up. They still covered that. So there is no reason I believe that the Rockets can cover this first half spread versus the Bulls. Now, they are at home, which they are. 19-12-1 ATS first half at home. So this is where the Rockets play well. But this Bulls team is hot right now, especially first quarter, first half, 21-8 ATS in the last 29 games of first half. They are 1-8-1 straight up on the road versus the West in the first quarter. I'm not taking into consideration with the Rockets because the Rockets are one of the worst teams in the league. So my play, Jay, Bulls first quarter, Bulls first half. I would go with the trifecta, but I'm going to put some money on some props because Zach LaVine, points. He's averaging 35 in his last 4 games. DeRozan, points, rebounds, and assists. He's averaging a 34 PRA his last 4 games. And I'm taking the 2+ steals with DeRozan and LaVine because the Rockets give up the most turnovers in the NBA. And every time when they play that backcourt of that opposing team, one of those guards gets 2+ steals. Now, it's tricky to pinpoint, so I've just been, hey, take them both. Just for the hell of it, because one of them is going to get it. So, all that said, man, Bulls early and often, but I'm going to sprinkle on a prop on the Rockets. I'm looking at Jabari Smith, Jay. He's teetering right there on that double-double, man. He had the double-double last game versus Indiana. He's averaging 17 and 7 his last 4 games. So I'm taking a shot on Jabari Smith's double-double. I don't know the number. I don't know where it's at, but I was going to look at it towards the end of the day to see where it lands at. And I'm taking his double-double. As far as the game, Bulls first quarter, Bulls first half. Put your money all in, my friend.
I like now we never going all in, but I like the looks though, my
No,
brother. I
we
like
going
you
all
know
in. We going all in.
I'm never going all in on any fucking thing, man. I've done that when I was a youngster. I've lost plenty of money, man. But yeah, let's speed it up. We've been in here 30 minutes already, guys. So yeah, my guy Super LJ looking at Bulls first quarter, first half. Jabari Smith double double in that one. And what was one more? You were saying the steals. You saying Zach LaVine and maybe DeRozan or maybe Patrick Beverly.
Both.
I'd look at some Patrick Beverly steals for sure. That's what I'd
Hey,
look
it
at.
don't matter. I look at Caruso steals, but I never can find them. I never can find Caruso steals. So I'm just taking Levine, DeRozan, and I'm taking Levine's points, and I'm taking DeRozan's PRA. Call it a day.
I like it. I like now. There's some sharp looks there, man. They loving it in the chat as well, man. 3 more games here. Then we're gonna get out of here. It's a bunch of games on this Saturday, my guys. Let's go over here to the streets of New Orleans here, man. We got the Pelicans land 2 points at the house versus the Thunder. Pelicans are playing for everything right now. I don't like that Brandon Ingram's a little banged up. Coach said that he was doing some pool work, things like that. He's a pretty banged up. I wouldn't be surprised if Ingram didn't play, and if he doesn't play, I must say I couldn't talk you off the Thunder in this game. Even though the Pelicans have a ton to play for, and they're playing at the house as well. This is a big stretch for them. 4-game homestand for the Pelicans if they really want to make the playoffs. So I must say this is a must win for the Pelicans, but they're starting to drop too many bodies here, my guys. They're starting to drop way too many bodies. We know that Jose Alvarado's out, Larry Nance Jr. is out as well. So when you see Ingram leave the last game, come back in street clothes, that's not good. Even though they won it without him in this one, LJ. How you looking at this game? Do you think the Thunder can hang around tonight with the New Orleans Pelicans, my
I
brother?
mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a good feel on the Pelicans. Like you say,
I'm
too
with
many
you.
bodies missing. But
I'm
they
with
are
you.
15-4 at home versus the West. So they do play good in this spot.
Mm-hmm.
Body. So I can't put my money on the Pelicans. I wish they was healthy because they would be a threat in this Western Conference if the
Thanks.
Pelicans was healthy, man. But
That's a
it's
fact.
just unfortunate that they're not. We may could look at them next season, but as far as this game, I can't look at it. Now, OKC, road team, as a dog, 17-7-3. So you have to take that in consideration because they do play well as a dog throughout the season. But the fact that they're 5-13 on the road versus the West, they don't play well. So I'm just gonna stay away because I would lean Pelicans, but the bodies is keeping me off because they're not at capacity to where I feel that they could put up enough points to beat OKC. So I'm passing.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, my guy. And everybody in chat liking the Thunder as well, guys. Like I say, it's a must-win spot for the Pelicans. That doesn't mean that you are going to win it. The Thunder they definitely have the guard advantage. We know that CJ McCollum is still banged up as well. I need Ingram in this game, and I need him to be like 80% or higher as well. I'll be honest. If Ingram is in this game, I can only look towards the Pelicans. This is where they ball out at the house. They have the defenders that can stifle the Thunder as well. And guys, don't forget that the Thunder don't have big men. So you can get whatever the hell
Mhm.
you want. While they do have shooters on the perimeter and they have SJ, a superstar, man, probably the most improved player in my opinion. But like I say, Valanciunas, Herb Jones, guys like Jackson Hayes, they can get whatever the hell they want in the paint. So that's what scares me about taking the Thunder, especially on the road as well. We know the Pelicans mindset. Every game is a must win right now. I'm not betting against it. If Ingram is out, that's really good for your Thunder bet. If he's in, I must say I'd stay off the Thunder. That's just me personally, guys. And if Ingram is in, I might look towards Pelicans in the first quarter as well. Unfortunately, this is one that I have to wait on, though, guys. Too many injury
Mhm.
concerns. Let's go over here to the streets of Golden State here, guys. Another one where it has plenty of injury concerns. One main one with Giannis in this one. Now, it's simple. The Warriors ball out. Now, they trash as fuck on the road. They ball out at the
Yep.
house. It's not many instances that I bet against the Warriors at the bet against them at the house, especially with Curry in there. 27-7 at the house, guys. 22-11-1 at the house as well. And they're coming off a bad road loss as well, guys, right?
Mhm.
So they're coming off 3 straight road games, all losses in this one. What do the Warriors do sometimes? They start out slow and they come out in the third quarter. I think it doesn't matter what the score is. The Warriors come out in the third quarter. I hope they're down at the half. If they're down at the half, guys, take the Warriors. Follow the patterns. Man, they've been doing this shit for the last 3 or 4 years, guys. Bucks won 9 out of the last 10 games. But like I say, with Giannis kind of questioning this one kind of game time decision, this is a revenge spot for the Warriors as well. They lost 128-111 on December 13th. I'm leaning Warriors here full game here, LJ. I don't think it matters what happens in the first half. I think the Warriors come out there, smoke that third quarter, uh, and win this game as well. I'm leaning Warriors for -1 in this game, LJ.
I'm not mad at you, my friend. The Bucks you just mentioned are 9-1 in their last 10. 19-1 straight up in their last 20. So they've only lost one game in the last 20 games. So, but
Mhm.
the injuries, like I mentioned, and it really doesn't matter with the Bucks, UCJ, because their bench is strong, man. They got players on their bench that can start on other teams. So it really doesn't really matter if Giannis doesn't play, to be honest. They're still good enough to compete with the good teams. But at the same time, you just mentioned the Warriors are at home. Not to mention that good road record, their home record you just said. They're 20-14 ATS in the first half at home. 15-9 ATS last 24 in the first half. So they play well at home in the first half. But the Bucks also are good in the first half. 7-3-1 in their last 11 straight up. So all in all, I'm just gonna sit back and watch, Jay, because you just said Golden State is on a revenge spot. The Bucks smacked them up, but the Bucks play well. 19-4 versus the West, 7-3 on the road versus the West, 6-1 versus the Pacific. So
Mhm.
all the numbers are saying the Bucks can stay in this, but the Warriors are at home. So for those conflicting reasons, I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
Oh, I like the Warriors here, guys. Whether Giannis plays or not, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I like the Warriors here. I don't care if they get down 10. This could be a live bet game. This is first game home. So LJ, I'm gonna just click out and click back in, my brother, if you don't mind. Just click out off the link and then click back in, my brother. But I like the Warriors. I did see Clay was game time decision, but if you look on RotoWire, he's game time decision with green next to it, which means he's kind of probable game time decision. Giannis is gray, which means really true question in my opinion. When I see that green, that tells me that they're probably playing. I think this is a big game for the Warriors. Every game is big for them right now. I like the Warriors here -1, guys. I hadn't bet it. I don't care if Giannis is in or out. In theory, you'd like to see Curry, you'd like to see Giannis ruled in. That way the line flip back over there. But this is a Warrior spot. They're not losing a big game like this at the house. The Bucks are due to regress at some point, and maybe not versus all these little lower tier teams, but the Warriors will bring their best game here, guys. The Warriors will cash this game -1, +1, whether I go official with it or not. The Warriors are winning this game, guys. I'm telling you that right now. I think I'm gonna sprinkle some, and I don't really like the Warriors. I'll be perfectly honest with you, but this is a spot play for me, in my opinion. The Warriors bounce back here, especially coming off 3 straight losses at the house. Warriors is the play here, guys. I'll tell you straight up. Now, last game up. Let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix here, guys. I'll tell you right now. I'm on Suns in the first quarter. I absolutely love this spot. You got the Kings here coming up first game on the road after what 4 straight home games, 5 straight home games. I don't care. The Suns are behind them in the standings. They see what the Kings are doing, right? The Kings are absolutely balling out. This Kings team is top tier offensively, guys. But the Suns can match up with them defensively in this one. I like where Ross Wainwright is bringing them off the bench. I understand if people like the Kings here +4. I don't care. I bet Suns yesterday -3, -3.5. I still play them at 4. Top plays of the day: Suns in the first quarter -1. Also, Suns in the full game. They finna take these Kings to Smack City. I mean, obviously they could be a little down because losing KD or whatever, but they still covered 5 straight games. They've won with and without KD. They do have the Warriors on deck in a few games, but you're not looking past the Kings, guys. The Kings are in the top spot of the division right now. I guarantee you the Suns looking at them like, hold on now. Settle down just a tad. We're still the top dogs over here with or without KD. So I always tell people, go with your gut. Do you like the Kings here plus the points? Take the Kings. I need the Suns here. Full game, -3, -3.5. But I do think the top spot in this game is the Suns in the first quarter. The sun is out right now, shining bright. I said, man, if the sun is out when I wake up, man, I'm hopping on that first quarter as soon as I can. Give me Suns in the first quarter, -1. I'm on that one. I love that one even more than the full game, to be honest with you. But Suns first quarter and Suns full game for me. That's what I need to cash. This is my favorite game of the day. This is my game of the day, picks of the day, top play of the day, all this shit, guys. So hopefully LJ get back in here, my brothers. But I mean, Greg, it's all good, my brother. Yeah, Suns. That's the only way I would play this game, guys. The Kings, they ball out at the house. On the road, they're a little bit more susceptible to some bad play. And let's get my guy LJ back in here because he has a really sharp look in this game as well that I'd like to ride with him with. I'll mention it. He's on the first half under in this one, 122.5. I don't have his exact numbers. Man, we got to get El Jizzle back in here, man. So Kings are 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings in Phoenix, but this is one that I feel that they drop, in my opinion, guys. Like I say, first game on the road after 4 straight home games. They're due to come out a little bit slow here on the road. They have the Bucks as well, so this is a little standalone road game. They got the Bucks at home, so you could argue both teams have a little bit of a look ahead here. Kings, I want to bet them at the house. On the road, when the crowd is against them and they're not able to feed off their momentum, you got to remember, every game is like the club over there in Sacramento right now. They're balling out. But this game is in Phoenix. The Suns will come out here and cover this game, and they will build a lead early in the game as well, guys. So looks like LJ can't. I don't think he can come back with us. He says his phone cut off, my brother. So it's all good, man. But yeah, give me my brother I wish he could even recap the plays. He's gonna have to come back in the chat, man. But Suns first quarter -1 for me. Suns full game minus. I took -3.5. I still like the -4. I think the Suns win this game in double digits. They know it's at stake. They're trying to come out there and win the division, and the Suns still trying to get the best playoff position as well, guys. I love everything that I'm hearing from them, but I know my guy LJ's play on this game is on the first half under 122.5 in this one, guys. So that's my play in this one. I see Aiden eating Sabonis for lunch in this one, guys. That's the plays, my brothers. Let me get up out of here and recap the plays. Damn, LJ had a ton more looks, guys. So unfortunately, I must say this will be one where you're probably going to have to rewind the show to go back and get all of his looks. I don't even remember them, guys. So if you remember LJ's picks, put them in the chat, guys. It was a ton of info that he gave out. I know that he likes, so let me see. I can remember. I know he likes Knicks Clippers first quarter under. He likes we do like Magic in the first quarter and knowing first quarter, I know my guy Chris liked that one as well. He likes Pacers in the first quarter, and that one. I like the Celtics in the first quarter. I hadn't bet that one yet, but I do think that's the top player of that game. I'll put some on Celtics first quarter, guys. I will be. So let me just try to finish his plays. He's on Grizzlies first half. He's on the Bulls first quarter, first half as well, and he's on some steals props in that one. He also likes I think, and then the Kings Suns under, guys. So unfortunately, if you want to go back and watch the show, get all the looks, I cannot talk you off. For me though, my top play today is Suns in the first quarter versus Sacramento Kings. I got them at -1. I did bet I sent it out on the group chat yesterday as well at -3. It's up to 4. I still like the Suns in this game, guys. The Suns will take this game serious and treat it like a playoff game. And I also think the under is probably going to hit in this game. Kings did just get called out defensively, but mainly Suns will bring their best defense in this game. I like that first quarter under by my first half under by my guy LJ 122.5. I'll ride with him on that. Warriors -1, man. I think that's the play in all honesty, guys. This is a bounce back game. You want to back them at the house, you want to fade them on the road. Warriors will get this win in this game, guys. I hadn't bet it yet, but I'm gonna get there with the Warriors. Celtics in the first quarter -1.5. I think that's the right side. Magic in the first quarter. That should be a system play, guys. On the +1/2 money line, whatever you like to take. I'm gonna ride with him on that Knicks Clippers first quarter under 58.5 as well, guys. That's the show, guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get this cash, guys. Let's keep it going. Yes, S.Warrior. If you're a member, go to the YouTube channel. You can slide over to community or membership, and it shows you where the members only chat is, guys. So if you hadn't become a member of the show, hey, I cannot talk you off. It's only $4. If you don't, I can't talk you off. Just waiting on these free shows as well, guys. But I did send out Suns yesterday at -3, and I'm on the first quarter. Those are my top plays of the day. But like I say, honorable mentions: Warriors full game, Celtics in the first quarter, Pacers in the first quarter, Knicks Clippers under in the first quarter, and then the Magic in the first quarter, guys. Those are the top looks of the day. Let's get some cash, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's Us Against the Bookies. Hope you guys have a great day, great weekend. Let's get some cash. We out, man. Let's go.